Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday, the first day of June 2026. I hope you're all safe and healthy today, and that your family is safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the area of health, along with first responders doing all they can to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children, victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those helping the people that are victims of prostitution, child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that create demands that cause these evil industries to exist. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 700,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, military veterans, homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. So this Wednesday, the Knicks will be taking on the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals. A new champion will be crowned this year, being that the defending champion, Oklahoma City Thunder, were eliminated by the Spurs. Now, how will the Knicks beat the Spurs? What we have to remember, first off, is the Knicks always play the Spurs well. One time they lost this year, and one time they lost last year. Last year they lost because Brunson went on hero mode and scored 61. Victor Wembanyama scored 40 and had 20 boards, and we lost by 2. But most of the time, when everybody's healthy, which we are, Spurs have a hard time guarding the Knicks. They have a really good defensive. I mentioned yesterday, they got a 10-man rotation, and all of them could defend. But Stephon Castle can't guard Jalen Brunson. Even when Fox was in Sacramento, he could not guard Brunson. They put Keon Ellis on Brunson. Ain't no Keon Ellis here. Okay? We know Atlanta put Dyson Daniels on Brunson. Ain't no Dyson Daniels here. Or Saw Thompson. He ain't here. White from Boston or Jaylen Brown. They ain't here. So Stephen Castle cannot guard him, period. And neither can De'Aaron Fox. The rookie, Dylan Harper, fantastic player. I was saying yesterday, I think he's going to be better than his father. He can't guard Jalen Brunson. Now, why is that a problem? The game plan is going to be just as it was. They're going to go through Cat. Now, San Antonio has options to respond. Really, they either have, the option is going to be either you guard Cat with Wembanyama or you don't. I think they would prefer the Wembanyama to be free to roam the lane to protect the rim. So therefore, they're going to try to guard Cat with somebody else aside from Victor Wembanyama. And who will they have? Well, you look at Harrison Barnes, Julian Champagnie. I'm looking at Devin Vassell. He could probably do it. They're going to put the rook, Carter Bryant, maybe, Carlton Johnson, Luke Cornett. None of these people can guard Karl Anthony Towns. Okay? So if you put Victor on him, he's the defensive player of the year. So he can guard Karl Anthony Towns, but then he's off of other guys that will be cutting. Mikal Bridges has had some of his best games against San Antonio because when the ball is moving, Mikal is always moving, and that combination sets Mikal off. So while the Knicks will also have a problem guarding Victor, look, OG, grown-ass man, 6'7", 240 pounds of fury with a 7-foot wingspan, he could do the job, okay? And then backing him up will be Mitchell Robinson, broken finky and all, okay? They can both. They've already proven. This is not like I'm not giving you my theory. Go back and look at the games. Both of those cats can guard Victor Wembanyama, okay? So, actually, anyway, I'm going to say more, but the Knicks have the edge defensively, even though Victor Wembanyama's defensive player of the year, as a team defense, the Knicks have the edge. Offensively, the Knicks have the edge. And add on top of that, both of these teams are good now. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the championship. So we can't don't sleep on San Antonio. That's why they're in the round of the champion. Got to give them that respect. But the Knicks have an advantage on both of them in terms of both sides of the ball. San Antonio turned the ball. I mean, how much did they turned the ball over a lot in this last series? And the main reason that I saw that was happening, I mean, they averaged 14 turnovers a game. And it's because whenever De'Aaron Fox is not in the game, Stephon Castle is the point guard. And young boy, strong boy, two-way boy, but he ain't got the handles. I mean, he just don't have them, okay? So that's an advantage to the Knicks. The Knicks turn you over, okay? They turn you over a lot. So with the ball movement, the turnovers, and of course, the Knicks now, San Antonio averages 47 rebounds per game. That's some serious rebounding they put forth, man. That ain't no joke. But the Knicks obviously are a great rebounding team as well. So that's going to be really where the game is won and lost, the paint and the rebound. But I'm going to give the Knicks the edge on both. Now, Victor Wembanyama, he averages 11 boards. And then they got, Castle. They got, what's his name? Luke Cornett, Champagne. They all hit boards now. They do. But damn cat. Mitchell Robinson. And then don't sleep on OG because he hits the boards too. And then, of course, we got Josh Hart. So, look, the advantage to the Spurs is home court. That's the advantage, okay? They did win 60 games, 60 and 22. I think that was their record. So they earned it. They earned it. And 62 and 20. Now, I feel like the East is just as tough or tougher than the West. And so, they better, if they don't sweep the Knicks in the 2 home games, the Knicks get a split, Knicks in 6. Don't let the Knicks win both games in San Antonio. I'll be talking another game then. But for now, the Knicks need to get a split in San Antonio. Okay? They got Wednesday, and I think it's Saturday night they play. They need to get a split in San Antonio. So let's look at that. But I'm going to give the series edge to the Knicks. And what happens, again, I wanted to express that you got to remember now, so they playing Wednesday and Friday and Monday. So Friday night at 8:30 on all these games on ABC. So both teams are good. Both teams are the best in the NBA. Think about this. Both teams are in the championship. They're the best in the NBA right now. So neither team should be disrespected. But I'm going to give the Knicks the edge because I feel in this particular matchup, they're the better team. It would be a tougher matchup if the Knicks were playing Oklahoma City. Not that the Knicks couldn't beat them, but it would be a tougher matchup against Oklahoma City. But that's not the situation right now. It's Spurs. So I feel like that even with Victor Wembanyama at 22 Defensive Player of the Year, great player, the Knicks are the better team. They're the more poised team. They're the more experienced team. And playing their best basketball right now, having crutch, whereas the Spurs went 7 games against the Floppers, right? And then they played before that, who they played? Minnesota? Yeah, they beat them, I think, in 5 or 6. But the Knicks swept both of these, 4. And this is no slight on, the Minnesota series, it went 6. They beat Minnesota in 6. They beat Portland in 5. And then they just went 7 games to beat Oklahoma City, the Floppers. So they tough, okay? But the Knicks went 6 against Atlanta, swept Cleveland, right? Swept Cleveland and swept who else? They swept Cleveland, and before they swept Cleveland, they swept for somebody else. So Look here. Yeah. Yeah, swept the 76ers up. Man, that was so quick, I almost forgot. Knicks playing their best ball right now. The ball is moving, they rebounding, they healthy. They got the schemes down. Look, Knicks in 6. Okay, Knicks in 6. So there's going to be a lot of people from both sides telling you why this team is better, this team better. They got too much time on their hand. They're going to be analyzing this. I'm just going to give you the nitty gritty here in the next 11, 12 minutes. Knicks in 6. Better team. Spurs are a good matchup for them. They got no answer for Jalen Brunson. They got no answer for Karl Anthony Towns. They're in the same position as the Hawks, the Sixers, and Cleveland. And so that's it. So what am I saying? I'm expecting a parade down Broadway. And I'm happy for Clyde Frazier and all the guys that I think Clyde, Earl Monroe, Phil Jackson, Bill Bradley, all the guys that are still alive from his 73 team. In their lifetime, they get to see another team come up and get this chip. So what we're saying, y'all, Knicks Nation, let's go get this chip. We've been working for it. The Dom been planning for it. He done built the team from the ground up over the last 5 years. Here we be. Let's go get this thing. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your day. Shalom.